Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chanel. Okay guys, this is going to be my October TBR. I can't believe we are October already. Like, where has the year gone? Like, I can't believe we are October already. But with saying that, I am excited that it is October, one, because it is getting closer to Halloween, and the next thing is it's getting closer to Mwa's birthday. Yay! Yes, it's getting closer to my birthday. My birthday is in October and I cannot wait. Like, yes, I am happy that it's my birthday. I'm not happy that I'm getting another year older. Nah, no, I am not. But yes, with this, with October coming and everything, I know I'm going to go and do a new TBR. I was really deciding what to do for my October TBR. Well, I mainly do want to get spooky books, so horror books, thrillers, mysteries. They are the top three that I really want to get onto my October TBR. So hopefully I can. And yeah, so I have got a new board here. So let me show you. I have got a new board. As you can see, there is some new changes. There are some changes on this board here. Obviously you still got Go here. Then you've got obviously sci-fi down here and everything. You've got obviously mystery, thrillers and horror here. I've changed some of the designs. Basically that's changed the designs. I basically have taken off adult and also YA as well. Basically, so I have now just got fantasy here instead of having YA fantasy and adult fantasy. So I've just decided to just go fantasy, and then I can just pick if I want a YA or adult, basically. So I've got them there. Still got romance on the red. Still got middle grade, that's yellow, and then green. Because I had one section for YA and one section for adult, that did leave me with. It did leave me with just the greens left, with nothing in. So I've put in there sequel. So any series that I'm reading, basically if I land on this, I have to continue another series, basically. And then I put in a classic square, so that I can read any classics that I'm interested in reading. And I changed the square for graphic novels and mangas. I have I prefer this little design that I did there. So yeah, so there's not that much change. Like the squares are still the same. It's just that some one or two squares have all changed, but that's about it. Like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, I'm very much more happier with this, as it's not all bent up and floppy no more, as my one was completely falling apart and it got destroyed. Yes, it got destroyed. My cat destroyed it. My cat destroyed it. My cat decided that it was a litter tray and decided to go to the toilet on it, so I kind of had to chuck it in the bin and do a new one. So thank you, Snowbell, very much. But there you go. But I'm happy. I'm kind of happy that he did go to the toilet on it, because then I got to make a new board that I'm much more happier with. So let's get in and see what I'm doing. So let's first of all pick out my pots. So I've got my Kindle pot here. I have in here. Okay, I have got in here a lot of horror and thriller Kindle books. Basically, I have literally taken out all the other books that was in here and just put in loads of horror and thriller ones because that's what I want. So it has got loads of thriller and horror and mystery ebooks in here. Let's pick and see what Kindle book I am going to read. I hope it's a good one. And yeah, let's go for this one. And we have got The Watchers by A.M. Shine. I'm very happy with that. Very happy. Okay, now let's do my physical TBR. Yes, this part is very filled out, so I need to be very careful when I'm opening it. So yeah, let's give it a good old shake. If I can shake it. Let's leave a little bit of room for it to shake around. Okay. Okay, that should be a good old shake. Okay. Oh god, they all are falling out everywhere. Let's see which book I end up picking. I'm going to pick, let's go, let's see, let's go for this one. I hope it's a good one. It is, oh god. The Family Upstairs by Lisa Drawl. Okay, can I read that? Is that the first one? Yes, that is the first book in the series. Because the second book is The Family Remains. Yes, I can read this. Good. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy that I can read this. Let me just grab it. The Family Upstairs by Lisa Drawl. I am very, very happy that I can read this. Very. So, yes. Very happy that I can read this. So, now, what am I doing? I'm just very happy that I finally can read this. Yes, so they are the two pop picks that we have got for ebook and also my physical TBR, what I'm very happy with. Yeah. So, for October, there is a lot. There is so many readathons going on in October. Like, there is so many. Too many for me to pick from. But I have narrowed it down to 3 that I'm very interested in. And that is Spoopathon. Spoopathon. That is run by Spoopy Hall. Then we've got the weekend... my brain's gone blank. Fuck. The Weekendween, and that it's called the Monster Mash. That is run by Olivia and also Gabby. And then we have got Autumn MixTape, what is run by, I want to say, Leanne, Jane and Victoria and somebody else. I think is doing it as well with them. I will link everybody's channels anyway down below. So yeah, they are the 3 readathons that I'm going to be taking part in. They all seem very good and interesting. I cannot plan my books around Spoopathon, as the prompts for Spoopathon are getting released every week. So every week throughout October, when it's a new week, they are getting released. So yeah, I cannot plan my TBR around that. So whatever books I end up getting, I'm going to try my best to plan it. But if not, I have got more books reserved that I want to read in October. So if I don't get a book in for my TBR. I have got plenty of books. I am looking to read more books than whatever I get for whatever books I get in the TBR in the rolls. So yes. So I've managed to pick out some books for obviously the other two readathons, the Monster Mash one and also Autumn MixTape. I have managed to pick out some books for these prompts, for their prompts. Like I said, I have got multiple options for these reading prompts, so if I do end up using any of these books for Spoopathon, then I at least have got other books to fall back on to fill out them prompts for them to readathons as well. So it's all good. So now let me see if I can get any of them books on my TBR and get them on the rolls. Hopefully I can. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what they are. So let's go. Oh, just very quickly before we go and find the first roll, I am doing 2 buddy reads throughout October, and I'm doing it with someone on Instagram. I will link their channel down below and what their channel is on screen as well for you. Let me just quickly grab the books that we are reading in October. Okay, so there's 2 books in October that I'm reading with hang on, let me just quickly, I can quickly look on Instagram now quickly who it is that I'm reading with, if my tablet decides to load. 10,000 years later. It's decided to go off on me. Great, thank you very much. You use a piece of technology. Oh, thank you. In October, doing two buddy reads. The first one is The Sanctuary by Sarah Preece. We are starting to read this on the 10th of October. We are basically this is a thriller, and this is also, I believe it's an ice. They get isolated as well. I believe this couple ends up going to this hotel or retreat to relax, I believe. It says a beautiful eerie hotel in the Swiss Alps, recently converted from an abandoned sanitarium, is the last place Detective Elle Warren wants to be, but her estranged brother has invited her there for his engagement party, and she feels she has no choice but to accept. Arriving in the midst of a threatening storm, Eileen immediately feels on edge, and things only get worse when they wake the next morning to find her brother's fiancée is missing. With access to the hotel cut off, the guests begin to panic, but this is only the first disappearance. Everyone is in danger, and anyone could be next. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Why did I think this was completely different? Why did I think it was about her and her husband, not her brother? I don't know. I've got a feeling there's something with her husband. I think it's because of some of these reviews that I saw before that is popping in my head. Anyway, I'm very interested in that now. That sounds so good, so good. Oh, I've just realised something. This is in a snowy setting. I could use this for one of the prompts in one of the readathons I'm taking part in. I've just realised that. Oh, I might do that. I might do that instead of that book that I picked for it. I'll think and I'll think and let you know. But yeah, I'm very interested in that, and that is taking place on that is starting on the 10th of October. As you can see, I have got it all nice and tabbed out ready. So yeah, I'm all nice and ready for that. And then the next one that we are reading is The Whisper Man by Alex North, and this we are starting on the 24th of October. And I have got this one tabbed out and ready as well. And this one says, when Tom and his son Jake moved to Featherbank, they're looking for a fresh start. But this sleepy village has a dark past. 15 years earlier, a serial killer haunted its streets. In the days before he struck, his young victims claimed to hear whispers in the night. Of course, an old crime need not trouble Tom and Jake until another boy goes missing, and then Jake starts to hear whispering at his window. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm very happy that I'm doing a buddy read for this, as I've had this now for I think about a year, maybe even 2. So I very much wanted to get to this, so I'm very happy that I'm reading this in October. So I'm very happy that I'll be starting reading this. So yeah, it's very happy. So looking forward to be reading that. I am. But yeah, these two books are definitely going to be books that I'm reading in October. So now let's see what are the other books that I will be reading as well. So let's see what role number 1 is now. Like I explained, I have got a new board as I have updated it and changed it a bit, as you can see. I cannot remember for the life of me what space I landed on. Also, I can't remember what space I landed on. So I'm just going to start fresh again, and I am starting on Go with my little Gwen Stacy figure still. Okay, so let's go and do the first roll, and my little brother, like I said before, is going to do all of the rolls and move the figure as well. So let's start. Roll number 1, we've got 5. Is it 5 then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We landed on Own Voices. We saw the first roll. First roll, we landed on Own Voices. And for Own Voices, I did sort of had to have a look at this. So I had a quick research, looked up what book I could pick, and I found it on Goodreads. Yeah, so I basically did a research and researched on Goodreads very quickly what book I could pick for Own Voices, and I have picked Ace of Spades by, I'm not saying that name because I cannot pronounce it. If I pronounce it, I will say it wrong. So here you go. But yeah, I'm hoping I can finally read this, because I think I have put this on my TBR now about 2-3 times, and I haven't read it, and I'm really hoping that I can, because this is sort of, I believe it is maybe dark academia sort of vibe. So if it is, great, I'm very interested in that. So hopefully I can read this, and yeah, I'm very interested in getting to this one and hopefully reading it. So yeah, if not, I might even just start off with this one at the beginning of October and just go, right, I'm starting with this so that I can read it and, you know. But yeah, I'm very interested in it. I know that basically there is, I don't know what his name is. Devon. Yeah, so there's a person called Devon, and also Chimakia. Oh, I don't know, I'm probably saying these names wrong. But anyway, they are at this academy, and basically they are the only, I believe they are the only two POC students there in this school, and basically someone finds out their secrets and starts texting them saying that I know your secrets, and the texter is called Ace, and they are basically threatening to come out to the open with their darkest secrets about these two people. So yeah, that's what I think it's about, if I can remember correctly. But I know that people say that this is sort of like Gossip Girl. So yeah, I know that people say that it's like Gossip Girl, but you don't like. I know that someone said, don't go in this thinking that it's all going to be light and fluffy, and it's going to be like Gossip Girl, like all light and not intense or anything like that, because this is actually really intense, because it has got racism in it and loads of other stuff as well. So it is a very deep, intense book that I've heard warnings for. So I'm very interested in getting this, so hopefully I can read it. Hopefully I will definitely read it. I will read it. I will make sure that I read it this month in October. I will read this because I really want to read it so badly. So yes, that's the first book for the first roll. So now let's go and see what roll number 2 is. Roll number 2. We've got 11. Let's see what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We landed on fantasy. Oh, I can already think of a book to use for fantasy. For roll number 2, we landed on fantasy, and for fantasy I have picked The Night Circus by Erin Morgason. I am so excited to be reading this. I am so happy for this. I've just been wanting to read this for the longest of times. This is about a circus that magically appears out of nowhere, and I believe one of the characters' brothers goes in the circus and goes missing, and then they go into the circus to go and find them, but they are on a time limit, I believe, and they have to find him and get out before the circus disappears again, because if it disappears then they are stuck and they belong to the circus. So it does sound very, very good, and I cannot wait to read this. I really can't. I'm so happy that I've got this. I am so happy, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to dive in and read this. Like, I am so happy for this. I really, really am. So yes, very looking forward to reading that. And now let's see what roll number 3 is. Okay, roll number 3 out of 5. We landed on 11 again. Let's move it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We landed on middle grade. I can probably most likely pick a book for that. Roll number 3, we landed on middle grade, and for middle grade I have picked Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I have not read Coraline at all. I have not read it. So I have not read Coraline. I have watched the movie, and I love the movie, and I know the movie. When I first saw the movie, it was a little bit creepy when I first saw it. I am looking to rewatch the movie this sometime in October. So yeah, I'm very excited to be getting this and reading this. As you can see, it's a very short book, so if there is a prompt, for instance, that's under 300 pages, I can read this. So yes, I'm very happy to be getting this. Basically, Coraline is basically about this girl that moved into a new home with her parents, and whilst there's like moving in and getting everything in, I believe they find either a drawer full of keys, or there's a drawer with one key in, and that key ends up going to this mysterious door in the art room, and Coraline wants to go through, but then at the same time something is telling her not to go through this door, because this door leads to another world, and in this other world there is another Coraline's mum and dad, and the mother is called the other mother in this world, and she basically wants to keep Coraline there and sew buttons in her eyes. So yeah, and loads of other stuff happens like in the movie that I can remember, and I'm not going to say anything else because yeah, I just love this. Like, I love the movie a lot, so I'm hoping the book is similar to it. I know that it might be a little different, but yeah, I'm very interested in getting to this and reading it for this month. So yes, very happy. And now let's go and see what the 4th roll is. Roll number 4 out of 5. Let's see what we get. We've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we landed on the community shelf. Let's pick up the card and see what it is. Oh, very interesting. It says, read a book with it says read a book with night, day, afternoon, dawn, twilight, evening, midnight, noon, midday, morning, AM, sunset, dark, or light in the title. Basically that means that I need to find a book with any of these words in the title, basically. So I'm very excited to be doing this. Very excited. Okay, so for the 4th roll, you saw that we landed on community shelf, and for community shelf, we got the prompt, read a book with one of these words in the title. So I have had a look at my shelves, and I have picked up a book, and I am very happy to be getting to this book and reading it. I'm really happy about it. I am loving all the books that I've got so far. I'm absolutely loving them. And that is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I am so happy to be having this book and getting it onto my TBR. I absolutely love this cover. Like, just the red and the black it is calling to my little goth emo heart. It is calling to my darker side of me that I had in the past when I was in school. My dark emo self. It is still here, my dark goth. Yeah, I say goth because I was a goth, believe it or not, when I was in school. It is calling to me, it is, and I just absolutely I love this cover so much, and I cannot wait to read this. I know that Gabby from Gabby Reads absolutely love this book. She really does love it, and she keeps on recommending it, and I just had to go out and buy it, and I'm very happy that I finally got it out because it sounds amazing. It really, really does. So it says, what was it like living in that house? I'm not going to read the blurb. I'm going to try and do a quick description of the book, what I know of it. I believe that this is basically telling, basically this is a book in a book, I believe people said it was, and basically, what's her name? Maggie? Yeah, Maggie. Basically, Maggie was living in this house with her father, and her father basically wrote a story about this house saying that it was haunted, but Maggie never believed it and everything, and then her father ends up dying, and then she has to go back to the house to like sort everything out, like just basically get the house up and ready to sell. But as she's there, I believe stuff starts happening, and then she starts thinking, hang on, was my father actually right? Was his story actually true? So was his story about all the ghost activity that happened in this house, was it all true? So now she's trying to discover if her father was actually telling the truth or not, as stuff has started happening in the house while she's there. So yes, I'm very excited to read this. I probably did that no justice at all, but I'm very, very happy to be reading this book. So yes, go and see what roll number 5 is, and hopefully the final roll as well. So let's go, and let's do the last and final roll for, let's see. Oh, we got a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so we have landed on Go. Oh my god, I've been wanting to land on Go for the longest time. Don't ask me why, but ever since I've been doing this, I've been wanting to land on Go. So Go is obviously to go to own TBR on and then randomize. So I have got, basically I have to randomize my TBR. So I have got my TBRs all written down on a Word document, all numbered from 1 to 200 odd, whatever it is, and I can then put that into a number generator, and we will number generate a number, and then we will see what that number lands on, and whatever number that lands on is the book we will end up picking. So yes, I'm very, very excited to be landing on this one. Yeah, they are all the rolls for this one. So yeah, let's go and see what Go is. Let's go and see what it is. Okay, so roll number 5, as you saw, we landed on Go, and for Go we landed on Go was go to your own TBR and randomize. So I went to my list that I've got and had a look to see how many physical books I have got on my TBR that I have not read, and I've had a look, and there is 222 books. So okay, so as you can see here, I have got them all up on a number generator. There is 222 books, and we are going to generate, and it has landed on 40. So I'm going to go and have a quick look on my laptop here that I've got and see what it is. So number 40 is let's see what 40 is. Am I okay with that one? I'm okay with that one. Number 40 is, let me just grab it. Number 40 is We Can See You by Stephen Koenig. Yeah, I'm okay with this one. What does it say here? It says, you have it all, success. A beautiful home, a happy family. And then, in a heartbeat, it's all gone. Your daughter has been taken. The people who have her will kill her if you involve the police. You can't rely on anyone, not even your husband, because it seems you have enemies too. But remember, they can see you, and they know everything about you, including secrets you hoped were buried in the distant past. As your nightmare begins, you can be certain of only two things: that you will do anything to get your daughter back alive, and that time is running out. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm okay with reading this. And look, it is. This is. You see, this is. It's so floppy. So floppy. It's so floppy. Like, you see this? Like, I'm so happy with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it now. It's like really floppy. Anyway, I'm gonna stop that. But yeah, I'm okay with that actually. I'm okay. Very happy. So, what my TBR is looking like at the moment, is this is my TBR at the very moment. So I've got all of these here, and then this is this one from here. This is the buddy read. This is the buddy read. This is my TBR pick from my jar, and this is I put my Kindle up here for the Kindle book pick as well. So yeah, I'm very happy with that stack. It's okay, but they are not all the books. Obviously now I'm going to go over some books that I'm thinking of reading for these prompts for the readathon. So let me go through that, and I'm going to start with the autumn mixtape readathon first of all. There is 5 reading prompts in this readathon, and there's 4 non-reading prompts. There is a bingo board. I will put it on screen now, and I believe it goes from the 3rd of October to let me just have a look. I think it's the 3rd to, I want to say the 10th. I might be wrong. 3rd to the 9th. For nature, as that's the first prompt, nature on the cover. For nature on the cover, I was actually going to pick Coraline. Yes, I was going to pick Coraline for this prompt, as there is little trees and there is a forest in the background here. So that does count as nature on cover. So yeah, this is the one that I'm going to pick for nature on the cover for this one. Next prompt is witch, or basically a witchy book, basically. And for this one, I have 2 books. Well, there's 3 books mainly for this that I thought of, but there's only 2 books here that I really wanted to read out of the 3 books. That one is a ebook called Witch. I can't remember who it's by, but I will put a picture anyway on the screen. And this book sounds amazing. Like, let me just get the description up. The book's by Mark Brownless. Yeah, the description. I love the description for this book. Like, I absolutely love it. The description says for this book: for sale, we are delighted to present Tai Loon Lake House, which is once again available. A beautiful 400-year-old waterfront property in the idyllic Welsh village. The property has plenty of character and comes complete with the spirit of a long-dead witch. It's the ideal place for a couple to move to start again, to try and forget the heartbreak of the past. And we are sure that this time she will leave you in peace. I love that title, that description, sorry, so much for this book. It is basically a witchy horror book, and I don't know if it's the house that is haunted or has a curse on, or if it's the actual land, but whatever way it is, I'm definitely wanting to read this book because it sounds amazing and I just love that description so much. So that is one of the books for witchy books that I'm interested in reading. The other one is The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. I'm very interested in reading this. This is a romance witchy book that I'm interested in reading. But I think out of the 2 books, I'm thinking that I'm more drawn towards the horror book instead. But yeah, I'm very interested in reading both of these books. And then the next prompt is free choice. So basically I can pick whatever I want to read for that prompt. And for this prompt, so basically for this prompt, I decided to go between 2 books. I decided to either pick between a ebook or a physical book, or basically it's a graphic novel. Let me just... the books that I'm going for, I will put it on screen. It was actually The Watchers, so I did manage to pull this out, remember? The Watchers by A.M. Shine. So yeah, that is one of the books that I'm interested in reading for my free choice. I will put a picture of it on screen here. I can't remember what it's about. Not that sure, I can't remember. But the other book is Something is Killing the Children. This is a graphic novel. I'm going to read a totally different book. I might still read this other book. I cannot be bothered to grab it. Let me just grab it. The book that I was going to read for this next prompt, what is unseasonal read. Basically that means to read a book that isn't in the autumn season. So it can be spring, summer, autumn, spring, summer, or winter. I was going to read The Hunting Party because this takes place in winter. I don't know now, but I was thinking now to read the Century Room instead, because this is based in a wintry setting, and I can read this for that prompt because it's got snow, you know, snowy, wintry. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking of reading now, this instead, because it just kind of fits it a little bit better for me, I think. So I might read that instead now. I don't know yet. The fifth reading prompt for Autumn MixTape Readathon is a translated read. This one I had a little trouble with. I don't actually have that many translated reads. What I have decided to go for is an ebook, what is called The Shuddering by Anne Allborn, I believe. I will put a picture anyway up on screen. Yeah, this one is what I'm going to go for. I am thinking about maybe combining this prompt with the previous one maybe as well. Because this one is based in a winter sort of setting as well. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do. We will see what I will do later on in the future. But yeah, only my future self will know what I will end up doing. I do not know. So yeah, I might read this one or I might read that one. I don't know yet. So yeah, that's that one. When is this going? I believe this is going at the end of October. This is going, let me think, I believe from the 28th until the 31st of October. So yeah. So this one, so the first prompt is coin toss. So that is, let a coin toss decide your first read. So what I'm going to do is pick 4 books, lay them down on the floor, and then I'm going to toss a coin, and wherever that coin lands, or whatever book wherever it lands closest to, or on whichever book it lands closest to, or the book that it lands on, is the book that I'm going obviously to pick for my first read for this readathon. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Next book, the next prompt is monster read, and there is a couple of books that I thought of reading to read for this prompt. What the book that I've decided to go for is the Book of Accidents by Chuck Regan. So yeah, I'm decided to go for this one. I know that Gabby again loves this book. And yeah, it sounds really interesting, as there is this weird monster person, a monster here, and yeah, it's attacking this little village in Pennsylvania. So I'm very interested in reading this. So yes, very interested. So then the third reading prompt is to read a spooky audio book or graphic novel or manga. And for this one, I'm going for Yuksamaki by Jinto Ito. Yeah, this is obviously a manga, and this is, I wouldn't say it's spooky. I would say that it's more gory. Yeah, as this has got a lot of body horror in. Like, even if I just open it up to the end pages, like, this is what this book is containing. Like, a lot of body horror and weirdness. Because I have just quickly flicked through this, and yeah, there is some very weird stuff happening in this book, and I don't know if I'm ready to read this, but this is the book that I've decided to go for. So yeah, hopefully I can get to this. And the final prompt is read a book at night or in the dark. So any of the books that for the other 3 prompts I could easily read in the dark and get this prompt ticked off, and by combining it with one of the other 3 prompts. Or I can try my best to read another book for this prompt just in the dark. And the book the book that I have gone for that I would like to read is Stolen Tanks by Felix Blackwell. This book I've heard many things about. The most things that I've heard is that this book has scared a lot of people, and they haven't been able to sleep properly. They literally had to sleep with the light on after reading this book because it's creeped them out that much. So I am very happy and excited to be getting to this book. I'm also a little bit scared. I won't lie, I am a little bit scared. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting to this book. But yeah, as I said before at the beginning of this video, I have got multiple choices for these prompts. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I have multiple choices for these prompts, so I have got other books to fall back on if I do use any of these books that I've mentioned as a prompt to read for Spoopathon, as I have no idea what prompts they are yet, as they will not be released not until the beginning of every week in October, throughout October. So yes, but yeah, they are all the books that I'm looking to read, and yeah, I'm very excited to be getting to these. And there is a lot of books here that I'm very excited to dive in and to read. So yeah, if you liked the video, give it a big massive thumbs up, and if you want to see more bookish content from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified. But I will see you in the next one. Bye!